What year were you born?
Okay, basically, I'm American. This kind of question is very awkward, right?
That's okay.
So let's say, I'm over 60. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Good enough.
Yeah. So you weren't born in Taiwan, or you were?
Yes, I was born in Taiwan.
That's
So,
awesome. So you were born in Taiwan, and how long did you live there? Like what?
okay, I was born in Keelung City, a port city near Taipei in northern Taiwan.
Okay.
Yeah, Keelung City has a nickname because it rained all the time. So it's very famous in Taiwan. It's a raining city.
Wow.
And it is the second largest seaport after Kaohsiung, which located in southern Taiwan, not California.
Yeah. Wow. So it was very rainy.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
How long did you live there for?
I left Taiwan when I was 25.
Got it. Okay. And then like, what was your earliest memory, or did you have like a family memory or anything like that?
I thought this question very hard this morning. I think my earliest memory started when I was in Shidu Elementary School.
Oh,
Shidu is the name as a local city in suburb of Keelung City. I still remember that one rainy day, because the rain unexpectedly pouring down heavily in a late afternoon. And then nobody proactively brought raincoats or umbrellas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. At the end of the school, I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the school, I saw many mothers waiting outside the gate, carrying raincoats or umbrellas for their children.
Yeah.
And I knew there wasn't anybody waiting for me there. Give me a second. Let me drink a water.
Of course.
Yeah, because my father was always away from home because he served in the army. And my mother working at the school I attended.
Oh.
Yeah, she was a teacher at the school.
Yeah.
So, and she is very caring and loving mother. Her students and parents liked her very much.
Yeah.
But her mind was always on her career. So I didn't expect her to wait for us. So almost every single raining days, I have to run as fast as I could past a huge rice field. And then went back home completely soaked.
Yeah.
So in the past, we don't have a heater. Okay, we had a big bamboo cage over a coal stove to dry our soaked clothes.
Yeah.
I was so good at lighting coals in the stove to dry my and my siblings' clothes. My mother was always back home later than us.
Yeah.
So that was the memory I had when I was young in the raining city, in the raining day.
How far was the run back home? Like, how far did you have to go for that?
Okay. Yeah, actually it wasn't that far. Maybe less than 2 miles.
Yeah.
Because our school always had a side door we could go out, then run back home, passing through a very big rice field. But right now, when I went back home to visit Taiwan, those rice fields totally disappeared.
Really?
By houses.
Wow. So it's very different. Were there a lot of rice fields back then, like everywhere, or just
young, we had the rice fields around the village, all of the places.
Wow. That's such an interesting memory. I can see how you would totally remember that.
Because I was
Running in
wet
the
all the
rain.
time in the rain.
Yeah. Of course, that would stand out to, yeah. So that's interesting. You mentioned that your dad was in the military and your mom was a teacher. Did they
Yes.
instill any types of like values in you that you can talk about or that you remember?
Yeah, this is very interesting question as well.
Mhm.
I don't think my parents intentionally instill any value in me,
Okay.
but I have witnessed their hardworking attitude and their achievements.
Right.
Yeah, in the beginning, my mother was an elementary school teacher. Then she went through college at night while working and
Wow.
joined the promotion competitions multiple times to be one of the most prominent elementary school principals in Keelung City.
Wow.
Yeah, so yeah, and my father served in the army, claiming it's a ranking letter, and retired as a 2-star general. So
Wow.
yeah, so
They
their
both sound
career,
very hardworking.
yes,
Yeah.
so their career advancements I had witnessed
Yeah.
have instilled in me a very hardworking attitude
Yeah.
and some expectation on myself to be better and to achieve more.
Yeah. Wow. That's awesome that you were able to learn that from them. Do you enjoy having that attitude? Like you like to be hardworking and it brings you like you like doing work in a
Yes,
way.
yeah, I work very hard, and I also give this kind of attitude to my 3 daughters.
Oh,
We are very,
yeah.
yeah, we are very working hard people, and we do have to have some kind of expectation for us,
Yeah.
yeah, to achieve more, to serve more people, to do better.
Would you say that's like a common value that people
I
in
believe so.
Taiwan still?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe so.
Wow. That's
Especially
awesome.
the immigrants like us from, I mean, from Asia.
Yeah. Did your family ever do things together? Like, did you guys ever go on like family trips or did you guys have family dinners? How often was your dad at home? Like, did you see them
Okay.
often?
This is also a very Americanized question.
Oh,
Okay.
really? Noted.
Because
Okay.
when I was young, we didn't have enough money to have some kind of fancy trips.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
We hardly had any trip.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, talking about the dinner. Okay. I was talking to my friend again.
Yeah.
She and I agreed that this is a totally a very amazing question for us who came from Taiwan,
Yeah.
because there wasn't such a thing happening, at least in her or my family. My parents did not know how to engage their children to talk. So most of the time, without my father's presence, my mother was busy with her career and didn't know how to engage us in talking at dinner time.
Right.
So during my time when I was young, I thought it was all cultural. Okay, be quiet.
Right.
So even at the holiday gatherings, children were sitting quietly and almost no adult tried to initiate a conversation with us.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they tell us things, but they didn't engage us with questions and trying to understand us better.
Yeah.
So, so when I was in Taiwan, I was too timid to talk to anyone, including, my friends, adults, regardless of their age. I was extremely shy.
Wow. Oh, yeah. You were very shy. Is there a time that like you maybe grew out of that more, or is that like when is it appropriate for children to start speaking?
Actually, when I was in Taiwan, I just follow whatever it was all routine.
Mm.
I wasn't thinking about speaking more or talk more. I came to the United States over the years. I have been working on myself and I grow myself and I change myself into a completely different person.
Wow. Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Yeah. That's interesting that, you developed that. Yeah. What language did you speak at home?
Yeah, my parents came from China, okay, with Chiang Kai-shek. We speak Mandarin at home.
Okay.
When my mother met with her sisters, they communicate in a dialect. It's a Sichuan dialect. Sichuan is one of the provinces in China.
Mm,
And my neighbors, they spoke Taiwanese dialect. I wasn't good at that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I see. And so you had no conversations around the dinner table. Did you have like
Hardly.
hardly? Okay.
Hardly.
Yeah. Was there a time when maybe your family got together and there were some types of conversations, or was it mostly just the children were silent?
Yeah, I try so hard to remember one conversation, but I failed. I
Okay.
cannot
Yeah.
remember anything significantly. Maybe I think we talked during the dinner time, but nothing rang a bell in my head. So I could not think of something significantly we
Yeah.
talked over the dinner time.
Yeah. No, totally. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe
You
we
mentioned,
keep talking. I can remember something in my head.
yeah. You mentioned you had siblings.
Yes, I have one younger brother and one younger sister.
Oh, so you're the eldest.
I am the eldest
Oh,
one.
wow. How do you feel that played a role in your life at all? And
Yes, I
especially,
did.
yeah, how
Yeah,
so?
especially my father was away from home all the time,
Yeah.
and then my mother was always busy with her career. And because she was such a conscientious worker at school, so I cook for my family when my mother was away. And when my father wasn't home, when my mother went to training for multiple weeks, I was in charge the household chores, and I needed to cook for my siblings and just like act like a mother to my
Yeah.
two siblings.
Yeah.
And the life during that time wasn't easy because we did not have a lot of money.
Mhm.
So I remember every single time I went to market to buy food, to buy vegetable, I always negotiate with the vendors.
Yeah, you had to like bargain.
Yeah, and I'll
Yeah.
ask more for something. Oh, would you give me a piece of ginger? Would you give me some, green
Yeah.
onions?
Wow. Yeah. How far was the market? Like what was in your immediate
Everything
neighborhood?
was in a walking distance
Okay.
because during that time we did not have bicycle, we did not have motorcycle, not mention cars.
Okay. I see. Wow. And what were your siblings like? What were they like? What role did they
Um,
play?
My brother was 2 years younger than me. My sister was, is. My
Yeah.
brother is 2 years. So sorry, I'm sorry. He's still alive. Okay.
Okay.
My brother is 2 years younger than me, and my sister is 5 years younger than me. And actually, you are talking about the relationship between my siblings.
Or yeah, or like what did they do growing up, or how did you guys interact?
Okay, so I mean, three of us did our own things without too many interactions.
Okay. Okay.
So
Yeah.
as a result, I learned from my past experiences. When I raised my three daughters, I created many opportunities for them to be friends forever. From my point of view, building a close relationship among our children needs to be initiated by the mother
Okay.
when the children are young.
Yeah.
So I mean, right now, I talk to my sister. I talk to my brother. My brother's in China. My sister is in Taiwan.
Mhm.
Yeah, but we don't have a common memory
Mm.
together. outside the
see.
house.
I see. Okay. Yeah. No, and is it okay? I want to go back to the education part, like the school part.
Okay.
How did you enjoy going to school, or what did,
Taiwan.
yeah, like what was your impression of that? How did you feel about the school there
Okay.
and
So
education?
I
Yeah.
was a very bad student. Okay.
Really?
Yes, in the past, I was embarrassed to mention my education in Taiwan, mainly because almost all my Chinese friends in the States
Mhm.
are highly competitive in their home countries or in the United States.
Mhm.
I failed the college entrance examination twice in 2 years
Mhm.
and attended a 5-year night college, National Zhongxin University in Taiwan, in Taipei.
Uh-huh.
So you can see, as a night college student, I hardly participated in any student gatherings or
Okay.
parties,
Mhm.
and seldom saw the sunlight while at the campus.
Yeah.
So, I mean, especially in Taiwan during my time, when you are when you were a poor perform academically, nobody paid attention to you. Okay,
Mhm.
nobody thought I had a future, and that I was such a bad student. I did not have a faith in myself.
Mhm.
I did not think I have any future down the road because I failed the college. You know, in Taiwan we have annual college entrance examination.
Okay.
You just wrote down your selection by the score, the highest on the top, then go down to the list. And I failed the completely entrance, the daytime college exam twice in
I
2 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you wanted to go to the daytime one really bad?
And I mean, I had to accept my fate because
Right.
I mean, I wasn't worthy to attend the daytime college. So that was my level to go to the nighttime college. So I quietly accepted my fate.
Oh. But did you end up enjoying the nighttime college, or what was that
No,
like?
not at all. I mean,
Really?
I'm just trying to get a degree and
Okay.
get over with my life and
Right.
then move on.
Okay. And then how old were you when you finished the nighttime college?
Because I graduated from my high school when I was 18.
Mhm.
Then I tried twice. So I went into the college in 19, then plus 5 years. I graduated from my nighttime college when I was 24. Normally, when people graduated from college, they were 22.
Oh, okay. So you went to America pretty soon after, right? Since you were 25 when you came here?
Yes, actually, because I attended nighttime school, I was able to work.
Yeah.
So I was a stewardess for a domestic airline company when I was attending a night college.
Hmm.
Then I came to United States with my husband.
Yeah.
He was a top-notch student
You
in
really?
Taiwan. So
Yeah.
I just follow his step, came
Uh-huh.
to the United States, and he
Wow.
helped me to come to the United States. I mean, he helped me everything to come to the United States. Otherwise, my kind of academic record,
Mhm.
there wasn't any way I would come to United States during my time as a graduate student.
I see. So where did you meet your husband? That's so cool. You guys came here together.
Yes, because he attended National Taiwan University. The National Taiwan University was or is the number one top university in Taiwan. He
Mhm.
was an excellent student, always number one student. But I was at night school. But during the summertime, government has some kind of activity during the summertime for college students.
Yeah.
Because I attended the nighttime college, my schedule was different from the daytime college. Okay,
Yeah.
so I registered myself to attend the summer program with the college students, and because my schedule, delayed, so they rescheduled me to the group which which had all the students from National Taiwan University.
I see. Yeah.
So I was the only one
Mm.
attending the nighttime college in a different school, attending their group.
Mhm.
So therefore, I met my boyfriend, eventually came to my husband
Aw.
in that summer program hosted by the government to
Wow.
entertain college students, to associate college student. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And where did you guys move to first in the US? Like where was your first?
We went to Purdue University, so we
Okay.
moved to Lafayette in Indiana.
Yeah.
Lafayette in Indiana.
Okay. So interesting. What is your husband like? What did he study? What did he do?
Actually, he is my ex-husband.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay because I mean everybody have story to tell. Okay.
Right.
And he majored in IE, industrial engineer,
Got it.
and he got a PhD degree from Purdue University. In order to help me to get a computer science master degree, he also got a computer science master degree because of me. I needed help, and he went to the program to help me every single course.
Okay. Wow. So that's cool. You guys went to Indiana and you had just finished your nighttime college.
After, yes, yeah,
Right.
1 year after my
Yeah.
college. Yes.
Do you visit, like after you came to the US, do you visit Taiwan often still?
In the past, I did. I mean, when my children were young, I did it. Okay.
Yeah.
After my children grow up, I tried very hard to visit my mother every year.
Right.
Okay. And right now, because of quarantine, I did not go back to Taiwan for 2 years.
Okay.
I am waiting Taiwanese government to open up, then I will go immediately.
Yeah. But that, so up until recently, you'd go every year, right?
Yes.
Wow, that's so cool. That's awesome that, you get to see your mom and everything. Yeah. And does she still live in the same city as you grew up in?
No, my mother and my sister moved to Taipei. We will grow up in Keelung City.
Yeah. Okay. And did you have like a routine or like a normal day that you could talk about growing up? Maybe when you were like a young, like 10 or like 11, like when you were just like a kid, but not too little or not super old. What was like a typical day for you?
For me, we attend school regularly, right? During that time, I think it's from Monday to Saturday also. Okay, Saturday was a half day class. And when I was young, I was lonely but a responsible child. So my father got me a German Shepherd from the army.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's so cute.
German Shepherd. And I named her Saihu, meaning raising tiger. So I raised her all by myself. I walk her twice in the morning and at night, regardless any weather conditions. I went to the market to buy her fresh fish, removed all the fish bones, and cook it with rice for her. I bathe her and clean her mess, including her period. During my time, we didn't spray our dog.
I see. Yeah.
So that's my routine. I mean, every single time I went back home, I mean, for some reason, I think my Saihu has a clock in her head. When I went back home, I could far away saw her waving her tail, waiting outside the house for me. Yeah. So she was my best friend.
She sounds lovely. That's so
Yes.
cute. German Shepherds. Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And yeah, she came from army, so she has some kind of, certificate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
And I lost her in a car accident,
Mm.
and she was hit by a car. And my mother thought I went to commit suicide to kill myself because
Mm.
without her, I hardly could survive.
Right. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's terrible. I'm sorry. That's how long did you have her for?
I could not remember anything happening in the past, so maybe a couple of years
Mm.
because her memory is so fresh in my mind. I even had her when I was in college, in high school, because I went back to my past to flip over my pictures. I saw her in my high school year.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. And so you took care of her a lot, your day to day.
I just like a mother to a
Yeah.
child. Yeah,
Mm.
and I regret it. I discipline her a lot, and using a wooden stick to beat her once a while. Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm really regret that.
But I understand. Yeah. But that you guys had a bond and that's so sweet. You can reflect on that. She
Yeah,
seems like a really sweet
yeah,
dog.
and in the past I did not know better and
Yeah.
how to raise a kid. I treat her like a kid.
Yeah.
I wasn't a very good mother during that time
But
when I was
you
young,
you work with the
inexperienced.
tools you have, that's what you were given as a child is what you work with. There's nothing you can blame yourself for,
Yeah, especially I wasn't a happy child,
right?
so I did not have a good temper during that
Mhm.
time. And she was my friend, and also, I mean, she was my, the channel of expressing my frustration and anger. So I regret it for that huge.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Did you have a lot of friends growing up?
Uh, Talking about friends,
Yeah.
actually, I didn't have too many friends in Taiwan.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, I mean, I wasn't a very friendly person, and I was an unhappy child, and also I was very awkward.
Mm.
So I did not have too many friends in Taiwan, but I did have some. In the past, when I went back to Taiwan, I always tried to visit them and hang out with them.
Mhm.
But over the years, I noticed that since I have been staying in the United States for so many years, we didn't have any commonalities anymore. Everything they cared, I didn't care.
Mhm.
So, I mean, they were talking about China, Taiwan. I was talking about America, federal government, Donald Trump, whatever,
Yeah.
Joe Biden.
Yeah.
And I, we didn't have any commonalities anymore. So I withdrew myself from several line chat group. You know, Line is a mobile
Mhm.
app
Right. Right.
for the people in Taiwan to chat. So I withdraw myself from the group because everything they cared, I didn't.
Yeah.
So I lost the connection with them.
I see. Yeah. Okay. When you were a kid, did you guys have like breaks in school, like lunch or recess or anything like that?
Yes,
Like,
I did. So I mean, you triggered me another memory talking about recess. Okay,
mhm.
I still because in Taiwan I attend a girl high school, Keelung Girl High School.
Okay. Yeah.
And during that time, our school placed a student to different classes by ranking our GPA.
Mm.
we have 15 classes. So each class we had 50 students. Okay. So if you were placed in the class number 1, everybody knew you were one of the top 50 students in this grade.
Mhm.
I was placed in class 13.
Mhm.
So you will know my academic performance
Yeah.
at school during that time.
Right.
But for some weird reason, all my friends were placed in the class 1 to 5.
Wow.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
so during the recess, I
Yeah.
went to talk to them and chat with them and
Yeah.
played with them. And one day, because each class had their own teacher who was responsible for the whole class and the 50 students. So one of the teacher, finally, he fed up with me. During the recess, he saw me, went to his class to chat with my friend. Then he asked me to go outside the class to talk to me. So he told me that please do not come to play with my student during the recess. Then I asked him why. He told me that because they are different from you. I asked him how so, because he said that I remember forever. He said that because they will go to college. Because my class was 13.
Yeah.
All the people after 12 class,
Yeah.
people thought that those kind of students will never have a chance to pass the college examination. Then we will go to do some. In the past, we always say, because we have a huge rice field, so the people like us, they consider us to watch the count in the rice field. That will be our graduation goal and our graduation plan down the road for our future.
Yeah. Wow. So
So,
you weren't even allowed to play with people outside of your like group.
yeah, because I mean, the first 5 classes, they were they were good students. They wanted to go to college, so they always studied, even during the recess.
Oh my
We
goodness.
have we have. So,
Oh,
I mean, for me, I did not have any future, so I did not study. So I always had time to chat with my friend during the class, during the recess. So, I mean,
yeah.
so I think it would be very.
So some students would even study during recess. Like,
yeah, even they cancel the physics. We have a PE class. I mean, most of the time, I mean, PE class is just on the agenda, on the schedule, but the teacher had the right to cancel it for something else. So most of the time, we didn't have a PE class at all because people were studying all the time.
Wow. So academic. Yeah. But did people ever like play? Did you guys do any games together if you weren't studying? Like what was the recess like?
Okay, I mean not in high school, okay, maybe much younger than that. During the elementary school, we have some kind of game like in the past, we did not have any game, commercial games. We just invented game by ourselves. We using chalk, what's that? Chalks, right? The white chalks. Yeah. Draw a box. We jump inside the box and push people, that kind of, ancient kind of game without costing a dime.
Yeah. Okay. And as a kid, like, so was it the goal to like go to college? Was that the thing? Like, this person will go to college, like that's what class 1 through 5 would go, and everything else. Like, was that the goal? Like, did people always assume that like most people would go to college?
I mean, supposedly everybody attending high school, supposedly we should have a goal to go to college,
Right.
but not a student like us, because I mean, school didn't have a goal for us, because we were very bad students. We academically we were bad,
Yeah.
so nobody had expectation on us to go to college.
Wow.
At the same time, I also have this kind of mindset. I thought I was a loser. I would never have a chance to have a promising future, and I would never have a chance to go to college. But I tried, because the reason I tried, because I didn't have anything to do. I did not know what's the next step, except keep trying.
Mm-hmm. Right. Did you like visualize anything at all for your future? Like, did you have any idea of what you wanted to be or what you wanted to
So,
do?
okay, actually, when I was back in Taiwan, I did not have any thought about my future, because I failed twice. And actually, I tried to end my life when I was 19, because I did not see any future, any light down the road waiting for me. And during that time, the best solution I could think of was to end my life. And I failed, okay? Because during that time, you were young and nobody was helping you. I did not have luck to have some kind of guardian angel or mentor helping me. I was alone attending a night college. And during the day, when people went out to work or went to school, I was sleeping on my bed by myself. And at night, when people come back home, then I went out. I mean, when people went to sleep, I came back home. So actually, I attended a night school for a while, and I just completely lost my hope on myself. So I swallowed 2 bottles of sleeping pill from my mother when she wasn't home. And I think that was a perfect solution for me when I was 19.
I see. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that.
It's okay. Yeah, it's an experience. Okay,
Right.
and make you stronger, make you
Mhm.
wiser.
Okay.
And because I was in the hospital for 5 days, and then when I walk out at home, I saw millions of needles on my hands, because they saved my life.
Right.
So when I woke up, my mother did not say a thing, because I think my mother, everybody has different talent. To be a
Right.
good mother, you need talent as well.
Right.
Not everybody possesses a talent to be a good mother, even though she tried. And she did not mention a thing, and nobody talked about this. I just look at the millions needle holes, and I look at myself, and I tell myself, I say, hey, when maybe there's something down the road waiting for you. So I have become stronger and stronger. Every single failure, my lesson is I become stronger, wiser, and kinder.
Right. Well, that's incredible. That's awesome. And, I'm sorry that you didn't have someone to like help you through that except for yourself. But I guess, like you said, it's you get when you nurture yourself and you get stronger with yourself, that could be really valuable. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear all
No
of that.
problem. Sharing expand. Because my daughters always wanted me to write my memoir,
Right.
because she said if I could write a very appealing story, like the immigrant like me,
Yeah.
she can find somebody in Hollywood to make a movie
Yeah.
for me. Because
Yeah.
I went through so much, and
Right.
I have so many stories to share. So, and because it's something I did not have when I was young,
Yeah.
So I created a nonprofit organization named Lead with the Purpose Foundation
Mm.
to help people grow, explore, and I united resources to serve people. And I want to make sure we will prepare everybody. So
Right.
currently we have a middle school program, high school program, and also we have an English class, enhancement English class for working adults who
Mhm.
are immigrants. Yeah,
Right.
at night by Zoom.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's so cool. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So did you like, when you look back on your childhood in Taiwan, like what years stand out to you the most that you remember? Like,
What
well,
year?
probably when, when you were 19 and all of that. And like, what overall emotions do you feel like, what overall, like if you were to write in your memoir, kind of like what's your main like takeaway or memory from all of it?
Okay. Actually, because my memory in Taiwan,
Yeah.
yeah, I think my past experience in Taiwan growth has grown me into a different person
Mhm.
because I wasn't happy.
Right.
I wasn't likable, and I did not have too many friends, and I was very jealous, about some people who did much better than me.
Right.
And I decided long time ago when I was in United States,
Mhm.
I did not want to have those kind of negative feeling
Right.
anymore.
Yeah.
So I work on myself. I turn myself into a totally different person.
Yeah.
So right now I have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
They like me and they trust me because I'm very trustworthy.
Right.
I'm honest,
Mhm.
and I always think something to help people.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think some people are lucky. They were born to be a nice person,
Mm.
but I don't consider I was born to be a very lucky person.
Yeah.
I struggle, and my anger, my frustration, and my failure had hunt me for so many years.
Yeah.
Then I decided I did not want to have this kind of life anymore.
Right.
So I work myself.
Yeah.
I developed the strength to
Right.
develop myself. Even in the beginning, my English was so poor. I still remember the first day I came to the United States. I walked on a public street in West Lafayette,
Mhm.
okay, at West Lafayette in Indiana. One guy saw me, then he asked me, do you have time? I heard it. I was panicked because I did not
Right.
understand what he was asking me.
Mhm.
I was so shocked and scared.
Mhm.
And when I got a computer science master degree with my ex-husband's assistance,
Mhm.
my English was poor and I did not have confidence in myself. So in the beginning of my career, I was mistreated all the time because my language barrier,
Yeah.
and then because the way I deal with the people.
Mm.
And so I studied. I went to a lot of classes, including I went to a class named How to Deal with the Difficult People,
Mm.
because during that time, I thought for some reason I did not have a good luck. How come all the people I deal with, they were so difficult?
Mm.
The first day I went to attend that class, I realized that actually I was the one who
Mm.
was difficult
I see.
because I wasn't polite. I
Mm.
was so straightforward, and I did not have the language skill, and I did not know how to talk to people, and I did not have the you know uh, English skill to express my thought in a very polite way and respectful way. So I turned around to study English, even though I'm still studying English every single day.
Right.
And that was the passion I possess to initiate the English enhancement program for my community in the beginning of last year.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I really think that the immigrant like us, we need to speak much better English in order to be real American.
Okay. Yeah. I understand that. Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much for telling me about everything. That was really interesting. And I mean, I'm happy that you are the person you are and that you're working and on yourself and in your work. I think that's really inspiring and really incredible.
Yeah, because I mean, I think we cannot change anybody else,
Right.
but we can change ourselves.
That's
When
so
we
true.
change
Yeah.
ourselves,
That, yeah.
when we change the way we deal with the people, the people around us will change accordingly.
Yeah.
Just like when you play and ping pong or play tennis, when you place the ball high, the opponent will jump high. When you
Yeah.
put the ball low, the opponent will jump the ball low. So it's depend on ourselves. So I think there's so many things we can work on ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. No, and that's helpful to hear, honestly. That's like, I think that's advice that a lot of people could use, including myself. So
Yeah, because I have no expectation on other people. No expectation is a good expectation, but I do have expectation on myself because I want myself to be nicer. I want myself to be stronger. At the same time, I want myself to be wiser.
Right. Yeah.
That's expectation on myself. So I study every day. So even though, I mean, I can casually talk to you, I mean, for this interview, but I took it very seriously. I woke up 6 o'clock. I thought about it. I wrote down some notes in order to have a material to talk to you.
Yeah. Well, thank you for doing that. I really appreciate that.
And it's my honor. I mean, my passion is to help the young people.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. I love that.
Like one of the resources. If you need anything, I will always do my best. And I have a lot of resources because my community, Conejo Valley community, a lot of people know me and they trust me.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. That's incredible. But yeah, thank you for sharing such personal things, because I know childhood is so like, it's a very vulnerable time in someone's life and very personal. And especially if you're an immigrant. My parents are immigrants from Russia. And I just like, it's such a special thing to hear about that childhood experience. I just hope you know it means a lot. And I really I treasure everything you said.
Yeah, I think not everybody is a lucky person, but we can change our luck by working on ourselves.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm so inspired by everything you've done. The work you put into yourself is honestly so rewarding. I can see that. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, and also you can go to our website. Okay. I mean, to understand me better, I can give you my website by chatting you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, yeah. So my passion of doing this was triggered by my childhood.
Right.
Just like I said, everything I did not have, I'm hoping I can create those for the people around me, especially like mentorship, especially like a guidance, especially like opportunities.
Right. 100%. That's brilliant that you're able to take that from your childhood. So yeah, that it seems like a very special, empowering thing. So it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm just I just want to live a meaningful life because we only have one life to live. Right. So what's the value of our life? Right. I mean, I think a value of our life is because we have a value for the people around us. Right. Yeah, even for me, I mean, my foundation is really small, but it's really meaningful. we make impact, not hundreds and million people, but we do make impact.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see my students, because right now our English enhancement program, we use high school students to be English coaches.
Mhm.
So we mentor them. We create a platform for them to help people at the same time learn from our experience. Yeah, so I mean, I'm good at creating opportunities for others
Mhm.
because I did not have in the past. And I really feel for the people who are struggling, especially I just heard one of our community members' son committed suicide in Ohio. So I mean, I was there. I knew exactly what happened
Yeah.
and the feeling, the pain, and the suffering.
Right.
So I think in my life, I want to do something good for the people we have luck to encounter. I
Right.
mean, I believe in serendipity, just like you show up in my life. I
Right.
don't need to do this. Okay, I'm really busy. I'm working full time, and my daughter just delivered a baby, and I have a lot of obligation. I am working full time. I'm running a foundation, so yeah. But I want to do it because I think it's a good thing and nice thing to do for the
Yeah.
students.
No,
Yeah,
it really is. And I'm very appreciative. So thank you. I
how many people you interviewed?
just one. Yeah. You're
Oh,
my
each student only
guest.
got one?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well, we're only supposed to find one person, and then it's just like
Oh, okay.
multiple people will do it. So I'm one
How
of
many how many people you are talking about in total?
I want to say like 5 or 6.
Okay.
Or maybe
I hope you know your our interview together
Mhm.
will help you to get a very good report.
I'm sure it will. So thank you so much. I'm positive it will. And I've gained a lot personally. So thank you for that.
No, the problem is my honor to meet you. Hope I can see you again in the future.
Yeah, keep in touch, please. You have my email. So if anything ever. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so
Nice
much.
talking to you.